I grew up, and in 8th grade, was taught from my 8th grade history teacher that Herbert Hoover caused the Great Depression.
Wow.
Went home crying to my dad. My dad took out the marker and marked up the textbook.
Right.
And said, it didn't really happen like this.
Right.
And what I've learned since then is Herbert Hoover was an amazing statesman, and I've had actually people come and thank me in their 80s and 90s because they walked 10 miles to and 10 miles from the Hoover bread place.
Right.
Because they were saved by the food that Herbert Hoover brought their country. Unlike you, I didn't miss the sexual revolution.
Oh,
so
you didn't?
I feel for you on that.
I missed it. I didn't miss it. I was married.
Yeah, I know. It's too bad.
But, that's like missing it.
If Rudy's the candidate and Hillary's the candidate, you're going to have a lot of family issues. And because they both have so much personal baggage. So the question is the Monica Gate going to come out? Is the sex scandals? The issue of personal lives for candidates is going to come up. And there's a lot of personal baggage on both sides. And I think America wants to just get past it. What's interesting, too, is Clinton had like a 60% approval rating when he left office.
That's
and
right.
I think that whole experience helped Americans view the president as more than just this godlike figure. I mean, we all saw that he was a flawed person and that he was a real person.
Yeah.
I think it's important to let the process play itself out. I mean, we're about to have these primary states, and I believe in the system. I think what you're going to see is the 3 states that we see a lot of emphasis on right now, the Iowa, South Carolina, New Hampshire, those states are not going to be as important as everybody's talking about. I think we're hyper-focused on these early states because that's the prism through which we've seen everything in the past. We've always seen these 3 states mean everything, except that there are 26 states now that are either on or before February 5th.
Right.
And there are states that are not sort of small, like Iowa is a very agricultural state, South Carolina is, and New Hampshire. They're very specific states. Now we have California.
Yeah, but those 3
Florida.
states represent sections of the country.
They
you have
do.
the Northeast, you have the South,
but they're
and the Midwest.
smaller. They're important states. I'm not trying to say that they're not important states.
Don't
I mean, my great-grandfather's from Iowa, so I'm all about Iowa.
Yeah.
But
I know Giuliani has cut back with his advertising in Iowa.
Well, and that's part of this new strategy because the calendar is so different this year that the whole race is going to play out. You may have the Democratic candidate and the Republican candidate not win a single one of those first 3 states, but still be the nominee for their party because New York, California, Florida, New Hampshire, Delaware.
There's a certain momentum that gets picked up if they don't win these states.
But the momentum is diminished because there's only 3 weeks between those instead of 3 months.